Sitting down with me now, which I'm really excited about, is local comedian Ty Jamison. Hi, Ty.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
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 So I gotta say, I come from a performing arts background.
Yes.
And I have such a high respect for stand-up comedians because it is not easy.
It's terrifying.
It is.
But it's fun.
It is fun. Like
Yes.
I started off in acting. That's what I started off doing, and I went to acting school in New York. And my friends and I we loved going down to like the Laugh Factory and all that stuff in the city. And I literally went for stand-up one night. It was like the amateur night. And they set me up and I did not realize how difficult it was. So much respect and kudos to you guys. It's hard, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, I applied acting too. I respect actors. That's a wonderful thing to have, and your memory and your emotion is wonderful. And then, just being a person, you could apply acting all the time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because I remember just looking for license and insurance, and I didn't even have it, but I acted like I couldn't find it.
Like to fake it till you make it.
Officer was there for like 10 minutes. He was like, "Sir, you don't have it, do you?" I was like, "Wait a minute, man, that's somewhere."
Yeah, I got it. It's here. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, one of the things about comedy that I love is, when you are a viewer, you don't realize the complexity of it all. I mean, everything that goes into it. There's different styles of comedy,
Yes, several.
Every comedian has their own style, things that they bring to the table. And, it's funny for me too, one of those things when you go into being an entertainer, I feel like that's the one thing that every parent dreads is hearing their child say, I want to do.
They're like, you're going to be poor.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that comes to a parent's mind.
Yep, exactly. So I got to ask you, what was it that made you decide this is what you wanted to do?
I don't know. I always was pretty much Joker guy. And then, I had a job when I was younger where, I walked around a hospital. I was like an orderly at a hospital. And I used to just joke with the staff and the doctors and stuff, all the way up the scale. And they were like, "Man, you need to take that to the stage, man." And then some years later, I finally did it. I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. So, I really started it here. They had the comedy cabaret here a long time ago at a place called the Greenery.
I remember that.
That was in the Jefferson building, I think it was called, but it was right over here, like 10th Street somewhere. And that's where I really first stuck my feet in the water, was over there. And then there was a place called Smokey's downtown that's where I made a Philly connection.
Okay.
Because the guys from Philly were doing a comedy night there. It used to be a barbecue joint a long time ago. And I knew a guy, Ray Gordon, who's really a grinder. He's on tour with a lot of different comedians, and he's the one who told me, "Hey, come on to Philly, man, with that."
Yeah.
And but they teach you. They say, "Look, get a 5, like the back of your hand. Get your first 5 minutes, like the back of your hand." And that's what basically you do. And then you get that timing and all of that. But it takes a few years to get right.
Yeah. And I got to ask this too. COVID and the lockdown and everything, I think, really hit the entertainment industry really, really hard, especially like every performer that's out there.
Yes.
So I know for me, there were people that found the silver lining during that lockdown time and really channeled their creativity during that time.
Yes.
What was it like for you?
The creative part, you're right. You sat down and write, but the COVID, the whole quarantine thing provided like tons of material.
Yeah.
Yeah, because first of all, day drinking was a thing that was really.
Yep, it was an effective way to get through. Yep.
That was a great addition to the time off. Oh, well, don't come in. Oh, okay, yes, hit me.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, getting creative, and I'll tell you this much: the show-wise. Doing show, because when the thing happened, I had maybe several gigs, like probably 14 on the calendar that just got canceled. Bam.
Yep.
And but then as we got halfway through the summer 2020, the people were starving to get outside.
Yep.
So it got really creative because they made outdoor gigs.
Yeah.
So a lot of times in the summer, it usually would take a little lull.
A little bit of a hit.
Yeah, on a normal comedy calendar, but that year set up really this year because the restaurants in different places use their parking lots and things to to put on shows, and it was great. We really appreciated it. So
that's fantastic. So I mean, so you worked your way through it, which is really great. Now I know you recently just did a comedy series at the Grand, right? Was it like last month, back in August, right?
Yes. Well, no, at the Queen Theater.
At the Queen, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, at the Queen Theater. Yeah, we were doing comedy at the Queen. It was pretty good. It was a good run. Yeah. We kind of chilled out right now, but we're going to bring it back around because, you know, September is a little tricky. But it's going to be cycling back up, and that was fun. Bought a lot of diverse acts, and we busted it up there in that, what's it called, the Knights Bar.
Okay, yeah.
So we had fun. The Queen was very cooperative and fun people to work with.
That's awesome. And I know you just had a show on Friday.
Yes.
Right? Which is cool.
Dynamite.
So I gotta ask you, what's next? Before I let you go, what do you got coming up?
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff coming up. I'll be in Conshohocken. I'll be in about 2 weeks, and I'll be here in Delaware, a place called the Venue 2.0. Okay. That'll be September 15th. Then I'll be at the Punchline at the end of the month.
All right.
So I'm staying busy. And then I got a bunch of little private gigs. I love the private gigs. They save you. You know what I mean? Awesome. That's what helps.
Great time with Ty here. He's actually going to give us a little bit of taste of what you can see if you check out his next show. He's going to do a 5-minute set for us. So hang tight. We'll be right back.
All right. How you folks doing? Everybody good? I'm good. You're good. We're all good. I just want to say I'm happy everybody is sort of making it out of this quarantine COVID situation. I appreciate the survival, but I'm gonna tell you something. I learned something. We walked. I got a COVID puppy. Anybody do COVID puppies? Yes, we got a COVID puppy. And we named him Coda Bear. You like that, right? Coda Bear is a nice name. That's cute. That's a puppy name. I don't like people that name dogs regular names like Vincent. That makes me want to fight, okay? Something's wrong with you if you name your dog Meredith. That's the girl at the job you don't like. Who names a dog Meredith? That's strange. Like Keith, who would do that? That's strange. Let me tell you something. Black folks, we don't do that. We don't name a dog Rashawn. Who names a dog Rashawn? Nobody does that. Rashawn, come on. Nobody. Who does that? Nobody does that. But we will name a dog something dangerous, and I'm quite embarrassed about it because we'll have a little dog, and I'll be like, what's your dog's name? And they'll say AR-15. Okay, why is a little wiener dog named AR-15? That's strange to me, and I don't want to come in your house. If your dog's name is Grenade, that's dangerous, you know? And I love animals. And we used to walk to this park where the people had wonderful dogs. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but I walk like a couple miles to an area called Rockford Park where everybody's rich, and they all have rich dog show dogs. And they all have great names. But I saw a guy out there with a parrot, which was kind of strange, but I get it because people said that was an ESA, an emotional support animal. And I was like, oh, so a parrot. And I guess anybody can get an emotional support animal because if it was me, I would get something like a falcon or something like that. Wouldn't that be great? Just have a falcon and just go on the bar and just be like, hey, let me get 2 shots of Absolute and just have a falcon. Have him hand the money off. That would be awesome. You know what I mean? Could you get on a plane with a tarantula and just be like, hey, this is my emotional support animal? That would be awesome. But I think it's the strangest thing. That's why I'm happy that the airlines cut that out. You know what I mean? They cut that out because I was on the plane, lady had a ferret, and that looked like just a cute rat. And it made me very uncomfortable. So I'm good with pets though. I love all kinds of pets. So I just like the girls with the little bag. It was a girl, I used to live in the hood, and the girl had the little bag, and it was like a $2,000 Dooney and Burke bag with a little dog in it, and it was awesome. Only problem is she was catching the bus. So I didn't get that math, it didn't go together. I could have got her a 2002 Nissan Sentra with that money. That's all I'm saying. But we have to use a lot of common sense. And I walked the dog got us exercise because we all need exercise, because I'm here to tell you that I used to be a really big guy, so exercise was, you know, a thing. You know what I mean? The Stairmaster, you ever get on that? The Stairmaster, that thing will kill you, all right? I said it for 20 minutes, I'm super motivated, I'm climbing. And the worst thing about it was like 2 minutes went by. That's all it was. So I was like, this thing is torture. This thing is not right. So I'm into getting in shape. That's a good thing. And I knew I was fat when all my scented candles were things like lemon pie and cinnamon bun. I had a hamburger candle. I don't know where I found that. That was just interesting. And I think one of my friends gave it to me, you know what I mean? So I realized I was a big guy when I complimented the gravy. I was at Thanksgiving, I was just like, who made the gravy? The gravy is amazing. And that's when I realized, hey, I gotta do something, I'm just saying. These things pop up, you know what I mean? But I tell you what, I've been having fun with life, just doing different stuff. I stopped driving fast. I didn't stop driving fast. They just took my license for a minute, that's all. But I got it back, folks, I got it back. So, these are things, lessons that you learn, you know what I mean? These are things that you learn over time. I enjoy the kids. The kids are great. Only thing, kids are very expensive with anything these days. My son, he thought he was going to get $20 for a tooth. That's what he thought, $20 for a tooth. That's what he thought. 21 prices. I don't know what that is because I know that personally the tooth fairy's broke. I know that for a fact. And $20 for a tooth, we should take them all out and pay the electric bill. That's all I'm saying. It would be, that would be some good math. But the kids are crazy. I just wish we could go back to the movies because I had fun going to the movies. Even though the movies got expensive, I had a lot of fun going to the movies because I didn't really buy anything except popcorn. Other than that, I took Popeyes into the movies. That's what we used to do. I remember I had a whole box of Popeyes wrapped up like a baby. The lady was like, man, your son smelled good. I was just like, well, it's extra crispy. He's extra crispy. But, I'm just putting some things in your head that you could, enjoy and have fun with. And I'm Ty Jamison, and I love you guys. See me, look on, I don't know, Mr. Break Comedy on IG. Go to Ty Break Jamison on Facebook. We'll be best friends. Thank you, guys.